How is the weather there?
It's about to rain.
Okay, good, good. Very nice. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So let's wait for 1 more minute. We'll start after that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Very nice. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's wait for. So let's wait.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Tejas. Just wait for. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. Very good evening. We're just waiting for 1 more minute. After that, we'll start. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Other students are also joining. So just waiting for them, and then we'll start.
Oh, can you tell me it is a demo classes or your classes is
No,
going?
no, it is just going to be start from today onward, and it is going to regular. So this week only today and Friday, and after it is going to be regular.
Regular will be Monday to Friday, or what will be
Yes,
the
Monday to Friday, 7 to 8 p.m.
whole course will continue for 1 month, 1.5 months.
Yeah, almost 2 months is going to be happen, and then we'll cover each and everything.
Today you will explain what will be the cover in the course.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to explain. I'm just waiting to other people join. Then we'll just explain each and everything. Hope my screen is visible to everyone, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So can you just mute yourself if you're not speaking? Appreciate it if you can mute yourself. All right. I'm muting Surendra. Okay. So let's start the session without any further delay. I know other people are also joining, but let's start the official FortiGate session. And let me record the session as well, because recording is also very important. Okay. So once again, welcome you all in this session, and I'll be your instructor. And throughout this FortiGate journey, actually, I'm going to guide end to end, and I'll try my best to give all industry flavor that is going to be required to just implement, configure, and troubleshoot the FortiGate firewall. Not only the FortiGate firewall, we'll try to do the like comparison as well with the FortiGate, with the Palo Alto, Cisco ASA, and Checkpoint. Why? It is important because these are the industry leading firewall. And if we talk about the industry leading firewall, then we must know little about that other vendor firewall as well. We are not going to cover all the firewall flavor because different vendor having a different type of the command line, different way of the architecture, different way of the configuration. But overall, if we talk about the firewall feature, it is going to remain same. Okay, only the way of configuration is going to be changed. The way of the hardware architecture is going to be changed, but the concept is going to be same. Like it is going to be hardware architecture and the configuration way of the going to be changed, but concept is going to remain like all firewall having the same concept, except this hardware and the configuration type changes, which having a different kind of a set of the configuration available in CLI and GUI. All right. So let's start. So today we are going to discuss about FortiGate Firewall, and this is the official session we are starting from today onward. Previous session we had on the Monday, where we had a discussion about the basic stuff of the FortiGate Firewall. We'll try to understand what is the firewall, why we need a firewall. We just have the basic foundation understanding. But now let's start. What is a FortiGate and what is a Fortinet, and why basically we should learn this Fortinet firewall? So I'll just try to explain. like about the company first. Okay. So as we know that FortiGate is a firewall, and another word we have is the Fortinet. So people always confused about that. What is the Fortinet? What is the FortiGate? But you don't have to be confused here. These both are the same, but only have the minor difference. Okay. So in a Cisco, if you know that Cisco is the company, but Cisco having a router, Cisco having a switches, Cisco having the firewall, Cisco having the eyes, Cisco having the SD-WAN, Cisco having the wireless solutions, Cisco having the FDD solution, IPS, IDS engine, lot of 1000i are there. So a lot of products are there, right? And they keep selling their product on the brand name of the Cisco, and then they sell the products. Similarly, Fortinet is the company, and this Fortinet having the multiple products, like with the Cisco. So this is the company, and this company is based on the US. If you see here, the company headquarter is basically in the California, right? And basically, this company was founded in 2000, right? Can you mute Asim? By brother of Cain and Michaels, they founded this company in 2000. The
Online
first
class.
main product was the FortiGate. Can you just
आवाज़ें
mute?
नहीं आ रही।
Please mute, guys. So this company was founded in 2000, and these are the two brothers, right? Cain and the Michael, and both has developed the first product that was known as the FortiGate. And this FortiGate was the first product, and that was the firewall. So they first built the company that is a Fortinet, and later they developed the product that is the firewall, which known as the FortiGate. So if I'm taking the name as a FortiGate, you have to think I'm talking about the firewall. But if I'm talking to sorry, leave it. If I'm talking about the Fortinet, you have to think about I'm talking about the company. Okay. So the company later added the multiple flavors as well, right? It's not limited themselves with just a firewall feature. They also develop that Cisco wireless solution. They have the wireless solution that is a Fortinet wireless solution. They have sandbox solutions, right, for the 0-day scanning and just to maintaining the real-time signature for the antivirus, endpoint security, network security, and they also develop for the our messaging security. And now in 2009 the company went public, means they have the share stockholder which is available in the market, so you can purchase the shares as well if you want to purchase a FortiGate share. So you can also become a little bit small honor for this company because you are the shareholder. So also you're going to become the partner or might be the shareholder of that company. So after 2009, they have introduced some certification program as well. So in 2014, they introduced some certification program, and that certification program was called as a network security program. And they having a multiple flavor. They have the NSE 1 certification, they have the NSE 2 certification, they have the NSE 3 certification, they have the NSE 4 certification, NSE 5 certification, NSE 6 certification, 7 certification, 8 till 8 they have the total certifications. So initially the first three are free to, you can do the certification. If you want to do the NSE 1, NSE 2, NSE 3, it's available for free. You just have the company email ID or might be your personal email ID if you want to learn the NSE 1, NSE 2. That is available free, just simple learning. At least you can know about the products and you can do all your learning. But after NSE 3, like you have to become a little bit expert about that FortiGate firewall. So you have to move about the NSE 4, and this is the main firewall picture is going to come, right? Means entire firewall configuration. If I'm do the configuration plus T-shoot plus any kind of a deployment, any kind of the use case you want to do that, POC, that all is going to cover under the NSE 4 related to all related firewall. If you want to go a little bit in expertise, like you want to leverage the SASE solution, you want to leverage the SD-WAN solution, some wireless solution, then you just have to go NSE 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the more advanced, more feature is going to be added. But being a network security engineer, you just have to focus about the NSE 4. This is the first step to understand each and everything about the NSE firewall product. We'll discuss more about
पता
that.
करेंगे नहीं तो पता करना पड़ेगा। भाई क्या हुआ?
Sachin, can you just please mute yourself? Please, guys, mute yourself. Sometime you keep speaking, so probably it is going to be problem for the colleagues. So these NSE 4s are basically the certification, and we're going to discuss about that, right? So now we understand what is the Fortinet and what is the FortiGate. So FortiGate is just a firewall, and Fortinet is the company. Now we discuss about the why we need a firewall. I'm not going to discuss much about this, the why we need a firewall, because we have the basic understanding. We'll discuss later a stage why we need a firewall. But first, we have to understand the product. Like why we should use the FortiGate or Fortinet firewall. It could be any name. So we should also have some kind of the mindset. And it's very important, guys. When you are the engineer, might be you're going to become a pre-sales engineer, you are going to become some kind of a consultant, or might be in mid of your career, might be you have 15 or 20 of the experience, and you want to be tech guys or technical person. So you have the more responsibility of your IT infrastructure. So you are going to help your company in terms of the guidance. What is the right product for my company? Why I'm going to use this product? How, if I'm going to use this product, how it is going to beneficial for my company, and also it's a cost effective. That's also matters. That's why company is paying a lot for you, because consultation is the most important. If someone is going to guide you on the right track, so due to one guidance, you can save a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of resources. But if someone is going to misguide you, you might be going to lose a lot of money, a lot of resources, unnecessary efforts as well. So it's totally going to waste each and everything for your resource point of view and money point of view. So that's why consultation, trainings, and right people are always required in every organization. That's why they are going to pay high salary to the engineers, consultant, architect, network security managers, because their valuable suggestions are always going to matter. And how these valuable suggestions are going to come on plate of your management once you have the right knowledge, right product understanding. You can think about in this way. Let's suppose you have to purchase one mobile phone. Okay. So once you are going to purchase one mobile phone, probably you are going to do a lot of research. Why I'm going to purchase this Vivo? Why I'm not going to purchase this iPhone or maybe the Samsung? So you have a lot of parameters. First parameter, you having the cost. This is the most important, because you are thinking to purchase any mobile, you should have the right cost. If I don't have good money, so probably I cannot even think about the iPhone or good phone of the Samsung or any high-end phone for the OnePlus or might be the Vivo. I cannot think. I always going to search for the budget and budget phones, smartphones, and then on the budget the smartphones, I can think which one is better for my requirement. So the elimination point is the cost, budget. Then what features I am looking for? That's the most important. Means if I'm talking about the features, means camera. Do I need ready camera? I want to do the multitasking, right? I want to do any kind of the video editing, right? I want to do any kind of the game. I want to play any kind of the games, like etc. We have a lot of email, other company app I have to run in my mobile phone. So probably I have to think my uses, and based on the uses, I have to think if I have that much cost, will these uses are going to be utilized, or this is going to meet my requirement? If this answer is going to be yes, probably you're going to go and buy the phone or might be any products. Okay, but if you have not, means your feature is not going to meet right within the cost, so probably you can think to increase the cost as well, or might be you'll wait for the some right time when the right product is going to come in the market, then you're going to purchase. So similar way, when you are going to be network consultant, network security consultant, your network architect, network security architect, right? Whenever we have the requirement to just build the good network security infrastructure, in that scenario, you have to think what is the right product available for my company. And at the same time, what is the budget my company, means what is my IT budget of my company have? And based on that IT budget, which product I can purchase from the market, that is going to be leverage my internal all connectivity to just access the application securely, fastly, seamlessly with zero downtime. So that all feature I am going to require. And also at the same time, like multi service provider are there where I'm hosting my applications, multiple data center are available across the globe. So that need to be connected. So that all is going to matter. So that's why we have one of the company, might be you can visit that, is securityplanet.com. A lot of free research websites are available. Similar for the phone, you want to do that any kind of stuff. So we have GSM Arena. If you just go and type on the Google, let me show you. If you want to just purchase any kind of the phone, right? So you just have to GSM Arena, right? So simply you can go here, you can just compare any kind of mobile phones, right? Let's suppose I want to compare Samsung, right? We have a lot of phones here. So let's suppose this is one phone and I want to compare with some other phone. Let's suppose I want to compare with the iPhone, okay? With there is no comparison, but I'm just showing you, right? So it is just going to show you like side by side what is the network technology we have, what is the launch date, what is the body dimension. So you can see this is for the iPhone, this is for the Samsung. What is my display and what is the platform they're using. So this the OS is Android based, this is the iOS 13 base upgraded till iOS 18. We have the chipset, we have the CPU, we have the GPU, we have the memory card, we have the main camera. You can see here, we have the selfie camera. So a lot of feature. We have the sound, we have the communication, we have the sensor, battery, miscellaneous, right? We have the testing. So every feature of the phones you can compare side by side. And you come to know, if I am going to purchase this phone, Samsung F05, probably some feature are going to miss, which is available in the iPhone. And if that feature is really not required for me, so you can just go and purchase that. So this is the one way to compare the any product feature. Similarly, in a product industry, especially for the network security product, we also can do the like side by side comparison, right? For the different vendor of the firewalls. Like I have the FortiGate firewall, I have the Palo Alto firewalls. So why I should use the FortiGate firewall? Why I should use the Palo Alto firewall? So we have a detailed view about the platforms, about the architectures, about the features, about the different types of the hardware models, memory, performance, like support, cloud connectivity, everything, cost that is going to be available. So you can see here, they are just comparing like these two firewalls feature. In the first slide, the FortiGate in Palo Alto. And if you compare the FortiGate in Palo Alto, you can see that security performance, this is the most important feature. Means if I'm going to use the FortiGate firewall, if I'm going to use the Palo Alto firewall, what is going to be my security performance? Means how quickly, how means reliability the firewall have to detect any kind of the security breach is going to happen in my network. Why reliability? Why quickly? Means why faster? So at it, you have to detect the security breach, but that should be true, not a false detection. Means we have the false positive, right? We have the like true kind of the detection. So we must have to make sure whatever detection is going to happen, that should be true. It's not like something is coming legitimate traffic and I just block as a virus. So this is not going to help you a lot, right? It's again a performance issue is going to be there. So my security should be intact. And by leveraging those security, whatever traffic is going to come, I have to speed up the, traffic inspection. And after speed up the traffic inspection, at the same time, I have to make sure whatever traffic is going to process by the firewall, that should be scanned and that should be like clean. And any virus, any malware, any data leak, any DOS, any kind of the blockings are going to be required, any filtering is going to be required, that all is going to happen. So in this scenario, FortiGate and Palo Alto is having a similar kind of the security feature. They are the best in the market. They are the best in the market. I'm repeating again, they are the best in the market. None of the firewall available in the market who can beat the FortiGate and Palo Alto. Checkpoint is far behind. Cisco is far, far behind. So they are the leaders of the market, means the FortiGate and Palo Alto. So you have to think about security is top class. Now talk about the value for money. Means cost is also going to matter. So if I talk about the cost features, so FortiGate is so much cheap, right? Means cheap is not good word. So we can say cost effective, right? So you can save a lot cost while using the FortiGate. That's why FortiGate is become the very popular in the market because its costing is lower as compared to any other vendor firewall. So Palo Alto, it's quite a great firewall, super great firewall, but it's little costly. That's why you can say it's a good, but it's the best. Not even the very good, it's the best because it's also super powerful firewall, but they are having a lower cost. So many customer attract with the cost. So if I have the two products and both having a similar kind of a feature, and one is have the lower price value, one is having the higher price value. So probably I'll go for the lower price value, but other feature also we have to think about that. So cost is definitely higher for the Palo Alto, lower for the FortiGate. But if you think about the security, they have the both having the same. Now talk about the implementation plan. Means if I want to do configure, implementation and all management, here FortiGate is a little bit lacking if I compare with the Palo Alto. It's minor, not major, right? So somewhere Palo Alto is great, right? You can see it's the best in the market in terms of the implementation. GUI is very user friendly. It's like you work on the Palo Alto GUI or UI, you can see that, right? It's going to be very attractive, very user friendly. So you're going to look and feel is going to be great. Management overall, if you want to do that management, that is also good. Support is also Palo Alto is good. FortiGate also improved a lot, but as per the last survey when it was happened, that was the FortiGate somehow support was there. Cloud feature also Palo Alto is great, FortiGate is less. But most important part, FortiGate is leader in the market because they have the highest security performance. These can be avoidable, and almost I can say it doesn't going to make much matter for any company when I have the great security feature and great pricing discount if I compare other vendors. That's why the FortiGate is popular in the market. So you can see the Palo Alto and the FortiGate is a key leader in the market. Similarly, you can do the comparison with the Checkpoint and the Palo Alto and Cisco, or you can just compare with the FortiGate with the Checkpoint, and you can just see what are different like feature we have. Checkpoint, FortiGate, and Palo Alto, they are the leader in the market. Out of these three, these two are the leader in the market. Out of these two, right now, this FortiGate is leader in the market. So let me show you how it is going. So you can just see these slides. You can just go and search about that. What are the different features? The Palo Alto, Cisco, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, FortiGate, Cisco, FortiGate. You can do that. Now, let me talk about. We have the one of the company similar to this Security Planet. We have the one other company that is known as the Gartner, right? So you just go, this is the last to last year, right? Let me show you the latest if I have Gartner Network Firewall. I think it is going to be 2020. Let me search 2024. It is available or not. So if you see here, let me open the new tab. So it's a 2022 only. So I believe this is still not published. Let me check it here. It's 2022 only. This is only available. Let me, is it for SASE, not for the. So I believe it is not published for 2023 at after 2022. So these all are available for the 2022 result only. So never mind. So let me back to my slide. Okay. So these survey keep happening every year, right? So probably the result are not populated. That's why my slide is not updated here. So these are the Gartner, right? And this Gartner having also rating for the different firewall vendors. They rate for the SD-WAN technology, they rate for the SASE technology, they rate for the any kind of wireless technology. Similarly, they rate for the firewall technology, network firewall technologies. So in this section, you can see that we having a leaders in the market, we having a challengers in the market, we have the niche player in the markets, we have the visionary in the market. So who all are the leaders in terms of firewalls? So only we have three leaders. And who all are? The FortiGate, Palo Alto, and Checkpoint. And out of these three leaders, who is leading the market? FortiGate. Sometime FortiGate is going to be top, sometime Palo Alto is going to be top. So they keep up and down. Some year Palo Alto going to top, sometime FortiGate is going to be top. So it's keep happening. So you don't have to worry about that. But both having an equal kind of the market values, and equally they are like popular in the market. So if you're going to learn either FortiGate, either Palo Alto, or both, it's going to be give the lot of edge in your career and professional journey. It is going to boost your CV. It is going to be, give lot of opportunity where you can give the interview and you can 2x your package, 3x your package, even 5x your package. It totally depend how much your current CTC. I have seen the people who are just in 3 LPA, and within a 2 year or 3 year, they move up to 15 LPA and even 15 plus LPA as well. They just switch the 2-3 company within a 2 or 3 year because they done the CCNA, right? They learn about the little bit CCNP. If not, they just learn about the firewalls. And they just completed the firewalls like the Palo Alto firewall, the FortiGate firewall, or Checkpoint firewall. And once they have the good understanding, good knowledge, they keep applying the CVs in the different Naukri portals, and HR directly reaching out to them just for the interview. And they clearly clear the interview and they just switch the lot of companies. And sometimes what happened, it's a very practical scenario. Let's suppose you have 3 lakh LPA package. I'm just giving the very normal example. I know you guys having a average packet 8 to 10 lakh or more than that also, because I know people are here who are having a 10 to 15 lakh LPA package in my sessions, because more of the experienced people also, even 20 plus also. So I'm not just talking and considering those people. I'm just considering for the normal engineer who are just struggling to upgrade their careers. So if I have 3 to 5 LPA, right, this is my annual CTC. Let's suppose I'm working in the company that might be the Tech Mahindra. Okay. So this is my Tech M company, and I have just 90 days notice period. So what is going to be happen when you resign? You got an offer from 5 to or 3 to 5 to, let's suppose 7 LPA offer right now. You got that during your notice period. You might be different company are going to approach you because you're serving the notice period. You are the quick joiner, so might be you are going to negotiate after 7. You negotiate the 9 LPA, then you might be 10 LPA, or might be the fourth or third company is going to come who is going to offer you 12 or 15 as well. So you have the lot of opportunity, lot of like kind of the negotiation option available. By leveraging those negotiations, you can just upgrade yourself and get the higher salary as well. So these all option is available if you have the right skills with the right platform. So that's why we are focusing about the more upgrading the skills for the professionals who are having the great knowledge of the any routing, switching, SD-WAN technology, but they are struggling in the firewalls, or who done the CCNA and CCNP, or might be just CCNA, and they want to become the network security engineer. So that also it is very important to upgrade themselves on the FortiGate or Palo Alto firewalls, right? Rest you can see, yes, Cisco is like quite not popular in the firewall technology. We have a lot of vendors, Alibaba, Juniper, Huawei, they are very behind, right? Nobody's talking. Also, we have the Sophos firewall, we have the Sony Wall firewalls, Forcepoint firewall, Barracuda firewalls, but it's a very like unpopular products. So probably you are not going to see in industry too much. And if it is not available in the industry, so you are not having the job opportunities as well. So these are the different products, right? available for the FortiGate firewalls. Means the Fortinet products having a lot of Fortinet products, but we are not going to talk all of the products. We are just going to talk about the specific to the firewall. We are not going to talk about the Fortinet SIEM, Fortinet like the Fortinet Sandbox, Fortinet SD-WAN, Fortinet LAN or WAN, WLAN technology. We're just going to talk about that FortiGate firewall, purely FortiGate firewall. We'll discuss the FortiManager, we'll discuss the FortiClient, we'll discuss the FortiAnalyzer. So these are the components why we are going to use along with the FortiGate firewall. What is the additional benefits we are going to get? That we'll definitely discuss. And Fortinet client is going to be integrated how with this FortiGate firewall, why we are going to use like different these all component with these firewalls, that also you have to understand. So as I discussed about the certification plan, right? I mentioned, right, you having the basic level of certification, that is certification start that that was just started. In the first slide, we have seen that the certification was just started. If you see here, the first certification was started in 2014. That is a network security expert, right? And in 2016, Fortinet launched a network security academy. So if you want to make their like account, you want to get some free e-learnings, you can go and just create that account. There are also paid course available, but it's very costly. Very costly, that means very costly. You have to pay a lot. So that is also available. So this network security program, which was launched in 2014, they have multiple flavors that I discuss: NSE1, NSE2, NSE3, NSE4, NSE5, NSE6, NSE7, NSE8. So which level of certification I should consider being a network security engineer if I'm planning to become a FortiGate firewall expert? Where I should start my journey? Okay, do I need to start with NSE1, NSE2, NSE3, or something else? So it's a simple answer, right? The standard certification which is available in the market, and it is like paid certification, fully paid, I can say, that is NSE4. Okay. Before NSE4, NSE3, NSE2, NSE1, NSE2, you can give the free, it's available, no worry about it. NSE3, sometime you require the company corporate email ID and all, you can just register and you can just find, you can give the exam. There is no problem at all. So NSE3 also going to be covered there. So these are the free, right? It's a basic idea about the product and security awareness. So it is required for the everyone for the NSE1, and like it is also for the NSE3 is everyone. It is going to, these all are the mandatory. It can be do for the any engineers, any network security engineer, managers, super managers, director, anyone can do that. Just understand the product. But they are not going to give insights of the how the configuration is going to be happen, how the firewall is going to work, how the policy is going to be created, how the NAT is going to happen, how the AD is going to be integrated, how the HA is going to be formed, how my side-to-side VPN is going to be configured, how my client-to-side VPN is going to be configured, what are different deployment method, lot of things, what is SSL inspection, what is the web inspections, how my traffic going on the internet, how can I protect based on the application, IP, destination, URL, FQDN, and a lot of things we have. That is not going to cover here. Okay. So if you want to learn and if you want to do the configuration, that is the right certification that is start for this NSE4. So you can see this exam is available for the everyone. You can give just for the basic understanding. But when you talk for the NSE4, so NSE4 is a special certification exam. In this special certification exam, it is going to give the ability to configure, install, manage day-to-day configuration, monitoring, operation of the FortiGate devices, especially for the corporate network security policy. And who is actual ideal candidate for this particular course? That are having the network security administration. Means by doing this course, what you can become, it's not ideal. The prerequisite from my side is just you have to be CCNA level of knowledge, right? Even you don't have the CCNA level of knowledge, means if you don't have the CCNA level knowledge, I would highly recommend you should do it, because I really recommend anyone who want to learn any firewall, they first have to good knowledge of the CCNA level. At least they should know what is a VLAN, what is the static route, what is the dynamic route, how routings work, how the access port is going to be configured, what trunk port is going to be configured. At least this level of knowledge you have, then you are good to go with that particular program. So you can see, once you are going to do this program, you are going to become network security engineer, technical support engineer, network security engineer, NSE4. So this is all option available. So we are going to fully cover this entire NSE4 because I want you should able to configure, install, manage day-to-day configuration, troubleshooting, everything for the FortiGate firewall. If you have any FortiGate firewall, you should have the all kind of the knowledge. Now, if I want to go beyond of that NSE4, so I have to upgrade on the NSE5, NSE6. So these are the next level of thing, right? So NSE4 is 100% going to cover. We are going to cover NSE5 as well, some of the part. Why it is important? Because we have to understand, we have like such kind of ability to implement network security management and analytics tool. Like we should good understanding about the Forti managers, Forti analytics, how it is going to work. Some license constraint is going to be there. We cannot test fully each and everything, but definitely we are going to discuss each and everything. So at least you should have the next level of knowledge, right? So some additional feature you are going to get in the NSE4, that is centralized management, Forti analytics site, how it is going to work, right? And also you have to get and fetch the report for security devices, but it's not about that. You have to be more focused about this part, and then it is a top of the configuration part, some additional feature. Similarly, we have some kind of the NSE6 certification. It's going to be like some specialist certification of the enhanced product. The product list I show you here. So in this product also we have a lot of security parameter like which is not going to cover in this NSE4, and that is also not required for the firewall. In addition of the firewalls, we have more products, and that I want to cover. That is going to be covered in the NSE6 also. We have the SD-WAN as well. That also need to be covered. Then we have the advanced level of the certifications. You can see here. We have NSE7, right? Then also they are going to give the detailed troubleshooting, especially for the next level of like you want to become the architect, IT security, administration, technical support engineer. You have the SD-WAN knowledge and all, and you want to become the full SASE engineer, cybersecurity expert. That is NSE8 is required for you. So we're not going to cover each and everything because it's a very wide course. We have the see that much product we have, and these all products are covered in different certification program. So we are not going to cover each and every product. We are going to cover few other products like FortiGate Firewall, Forti Manager, Forti Analyzer, Forti Clients, right? Because this is just limited to the one firewall features. So SD-WAN we have, FortiSIEM we have, FortiTester we have, Forti Identity we have, a web application firewall we have, LAN WAN. So these all are the different module having a different course curriculum. So we have to cover there only, right? So I hope you have understanding about certification. Everyone understand about that? We are good till here. Anyone have any questions? Please ask me.
Yeah, I have query.
Please.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, 40 EMS will come in this course, 40 EMS, endpoint protection.
No, Forti EMS, I just mentioned endpoint protection is not a part of the firewall. That is a different product, right? So we are not going to cover that. We have the another endpoint related VPN solution, that is a Forti client, that is going to be covered. And that is going to be tested how securely communication is going to build from my laptop when I'm working from the home or working from anywhere. And when it is going to connect to any internet-based application, any cloud-based application, how my traffic can be securely transferred from one location to another location. So Forti client endpoint security is something different. That is not part of any of the course curriculum. Not only the Fortinet, none of the course curriculum like the FortiGate Palo Alto, their endpoint security is something different kind of the platform and different type of the we have to use some kind of a technique. Okay, they just clear.
Yeah, clear.
So
हेलो सर, कैसे हो?
yes, बढ़िया sir, how are you?
मैं अच्छा हूँ सर. Sir, you will cover on NSS7 and SD-WAN also?
No, this NSE7 and SD-WAN is not going to be part. It's having a separate session for SD-WAN for the FortiGate.
So in
This is
future you will
purely
cover in NS7 and NS or SD-WAN also.
no. In this course, we are going to cover only FortiGate firewalls, not like SD-WAN solution.
सर SD-WAN Fortinet में भी SD-WAN है ना, तो मैं पूछ रहा
Yes,
हूँ.
yes, yes, yes. We are not going to cover. Palo Alto में भी SD-WAN है, but Palo Alto SD-WAN we are not covering, okay? Because that's part of the SASE solution. Similarly, in the FortiGate, we have the FortiGate SD-WAN different module. Cisco having the Cisco firewall, Cisco SD-WAN solution, Cisco routing switching. They are three different modules. So Cisco SD-WAN have the separate course content, routing switching having a different course content, and the wireless having a different. So similarly in the Fortinet also, we have a different course content. And if you have to cover that, we have to focus only the SD-WAN product only. Clear, Saurabh?
Yes sir.
Okay. So let me complete the certification part, then we'll start doing the lab configurations. Initial day lab configuration, that's going to be more interactive and useful for you all. So let's suppose I have this requirement to do the certification. So you just have to go and book your exam or the Pearson view. And once you book the exam, this is going to be exam name, right? And there is time for the 105 minutes. And in this 105 minute, you have to give the multiple choice. There is a multiple choice questions, and it is available in the English and Japanese language. And you have to pay for this exam is $400 US. So probably if you have to pass that, then you are going to save your money. If you're going to fail, you're going to lose your money. And this validity is going to be 2 year. Right? Now let's topic of the exams, which is going to cover. These are topics we are going to be cover in the exam. So topics are very less for the exam point of view, but actual course content is quite high for our actual course syllabus, which is going to be covered. So you have the different modules. I'm not going to discuss. You guys see here. I'll be discussed later stage. We have total 13 modules. We have to do the high availability. We have the SL VPN configuration, remote access VPN configuration. We have the IPsec VPN site-to-site policy based, route based, VPN template. We have the different options. We have the layer 2 deployment, transparent mode, virtual wire, software switch, how it is going to happen, SNMP lab access, how it is going to happen, backup and restore, configuration, syslog, FortiGate firewalls. We have to do the virtual domain configuration. What is a VDOM is there in the Palo Alto, FortiGate firewall. What is the FortiGate AD is going to be integrated? What is the passive authentication? How AD is going to be integrated? And also we do different flavor of the NATs, basic NAT, network address translation, we understand, SNAT, DNAT, source NAT over load, how it is going to happen, one-to-one NAT is going to be happen, how fixed port range NAT is going to be happen, and what does mean. So you have the multiple flavor of the NAT as well. Hence security profile you can see. Means if you want to inspect the content of the any packets, so this is the most important parameter, how the antivirus profile is going to be created, what is my web filtering, what is my DNS filtering, what is the application control, what is the IPS engine, intrusion prevention system, what is the inspection mode, SL inspection, what is the NG FW modes. So we have the different kind of the modes as well. That is also going to cover. And routing, we are going to discuss object, service, static route, routers policy, RIP, OSPF, BGP, everything. Policy, we are going to create it based on the MAC, based on the local user, based on the L3 IP address, L3, L2, L4, everything is going to cover with L7. And also I'll give the overview if you want to configure the initial, how the initial configuration is going to happen in the FortiGate firewall. So let's start with the initial configuration because we understand the basic terminologies. I'll explain what is the identify malware, like different way we have firewall technology. I already discussed about it, about FortiGate already discussed. If you need about that, how to install on the eve, you want to build your home lab, so please let me know. We have the separate session. We'll discuss about that. Okay. So I believe everyone is good. So let's make this session is more about the practical now, because we already have the one session where we discuss about the basic firewall things. Today we discuss about the certification, course curriculum. We discuss about the why FortiGate, why Palo Alto. We discuss about the where the FortiGate was born, in which year, what they have developed, right? What is certification even? So let's little bit move something about the configuration part and let's make this lab section. So let's suppose you have the requirement of the FortiGate firewall, like day 0 to do the configuration of the FortiGate firewall. How you're going to do that? So anyone have seen the FortiGate firewall in your naked eyes? Anyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me show you. So if you just go on the Google, if you have to see how my FortiGate firewall is going to look like. I have the real FortiGate firewall also. I'll show you someday. Okay. So if I am going to see FortiGate firewall, so probably you're going to find different models. Even I'm going to show the models as well. And these models are going to be, let me see, how can I maximize? Let me see. Okay. So see, this is the one firewall. In this firewall, we have the different ports. And this is the firewall model. You can see the Fortinet is the company, and this is the FortiGate firewall, which having the model 90G. So this 90G ports having a different LED. That is the BLE LED, reset LED, HA LED, power LED, status LED. So these LEDs are going to, these buttons are going to give like different feature, right? And we'll discuss what is the HA, what is the power, what is the states, what is the BLE, and what is the reset. But most important, we have the ports as well. On the physical firewall, we have the ports, we have the console port, right? Why we need the console ports? Anyone can tell me what is the use of the console port?
We can access the telnet and SSH in through console port.
Yes. So if you want to, I want to more precise answer, Saurabh, from you, because yes, telnet SSH we can do that.
For
Not only console, we can do telnet SSH remotely.
yes.
Yeah. So we can do telnet SSH of firewall remotely.
We can connect our local means basic configuration of the first time configuration we require to connect with the console.
Yes. So let's suppose I have to do the day zero configuration of the firewall. Day zero means if I have the brand new firewall and I want to do the configuration. So telnet SSH is the method is used to do the configuration of device remotely, right? This is remotely. One is the secure, one is the non-secure. So if I want to access any devices remotely, I can use these protocols so I can access remotely. But let's say suppose this firewall is the new, brand new the firewall, and it's not available in my production environment. So how I can do this configuration? So there is only way I can use the console cable. These console cable are going to be one it connected in the your this port, another in your PC, and you have just please mute guys, please mute. I request you please mute. थोड़ा फोकस करो पढ़ाई पे. बाकी बाकी चीजें देख लेना. मोबाइल वगैरह सब साइलेंट कर दो, फ्लाइट मोड में कर दो. इट्स माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट. देखो लर्निंग इज मोर प्रीसियस देन एवरीथिंग. 1-1.5 घंटे का समय है, राइट? जस्ट टेक समथिंग फ्रॉम माय साइड, ओके? बाकी बाद में आप लोग आराम से रील वगैरह देखना. So day zero configuration if I have, so I have to use some console cable. Console cable is basically not going, or this PC is not going to do telnet as such. We have the like serial port. You just click on the serial port, putty serial port. Let me show you. And so if you go on the images,
some com port बोलते हैं CUM.
हाँ मैं वही दिखा रहा हूँ. एक मिनट दिखाता हूँ. So यहाँ पे आप देखो, यहाँ पे अगर देखोगे तो we just have the telnet SSH raw in serial. So if you want to take the console, you have to always select the serial port, and here it is going to give the COM port, and you have to give the COM port number. And after giving the COM port number, this is going to give the access of the firewall, right? So this is how the things is going to work in the console scenario, no SSH nor telnet. So by taking the console, I can do the locally configuration on the firewalls, and I can do the basic day zero configuration, and then I can place the firewall in the production, and then it is going to be connect in my network, and then it is start serving, and I can even the remotely access by using the protocol telnet SSH that firewall. Similarly, I have the different fiber port. You can see here, these fiber ports are available. I can use the SFP. right? SAP is just, connect the fibers. These SAP is they can provide the 1 gig Gbps speed, and they can provide a 10 Gbps speed, 100, even more than that, 1 Tbps terabyte also. So we have to check the data sheet, which port are going to be supportable, which kind of the speeds, but you can directly terminate the fiber. We have the two type of the cables. One is the RJ45, that is my copper cable. These copper cables just ideally give the 1 gig speeds. Even we have the more high speed copper cable available in the market, but ideally in 1 gig only. If I want to use more than one, then we have to use the SFP. These SFP are something which is the fiber cable are going to be used, which can be 10 Gbps, 100 Gbps, or 1000 Gbps, that is equal to 1 Tbps. So that can be used. These are the different Ethernet cable, and this can be RJ45 connection is going to happen. So this is RJ45. This is the WAN. So if you want to connect the WAN, special ports are there to just connect the WAN. Means you want to terminate the internet circuit, there the special ports are available. WAN 1 and WAN 2, you can just connect one ISP here, one ISP here. It is just designed to connect the WAN, but it's not like I cannot connect the WAN circuit on these ports. Even I can do that. I'll show you later stage. So this small firewall having the small ports, just 8 ports we have, and 2 WAN ports, and 2 fiber ports, some console port and USB port. But if I go some higher version of the firewall, might be I'm going to find the more ports. So let me show you some other firewall as well. So you have to always think about the firewall data sheet as well. That's the most important. So if I'm going here and just trying to check about this FortiGate 100T firewall, just for image point of view, let me show you. So you can see this firewall is quite bigger. And this firewall, if I try to open bigger size, let me see here. So let me accept it. I don't want to purchase. Let me see if I can zoom out. No, ports are not showing correctly. How can I show you? Let me try something.
Then what is the purpose of USB?
I'm just going to give the justification for USB as well. Just give me 1 minute. Let me first find the FortiGate port. Let me just USB just especially I can refer this one. Yeah. So let me open this one. Let me see if I can see something. So you can see this is the another firewall we have, that is a 101F. Let me see. One more firewall should be there. I have seen some time back. I just want to show you the multiple ports, guys. This is my only region. I'm just trying to search those firewalls. So let me see if I can find. If not, I'll just try to show you. FortiGate 100T firewall image. No, any SD image where I can see all the ports. Okay, leave it. Let me try to open this one. Yeah, you can see here. This firewall is having, see, let me go here. So this firewall having multiple ports. You can see status we have the special USB management port, right? We have this USB port. So Saurabh was asking why use the USB port. So USB is basically the port. You can connect your USB stick there and you can upgrade the image, right? You want to upload the image in the FortiGate firewall. So you can directly download in the USB file. You can connect there and you can just upload there and it is going to solve your purpose. And then further you can upgrade your firewall. Sometime also you have to take out something from your log, sometime some files from your firewall to the USB. So you can just also take out from the firewall to USB. That is also going to work. So USB port is simple port, similar copy paste job you want to do that is going to happen with the USB port of the FortiGate
सर
firewall.
ये काम तो हम अपने पीसी से भी कर सकते हैं.
How you can do the PC say if you have the PC, right, and you want to copy some iOS to the FortiGate firewall, how can you do that? Tell me, how can you do that? File is in your PC, then you want to transfer in the firewall. How can you do that?
अपग्रेड तो हम पीसी से कर सकते हैं ना सर.
पीसी से कर सकते हो. मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि इफ यू वन फाइल iOS फाइल जो अपग्रेड करना है, राइट, वो आपके सिस्टम में रखा हुआ है, आपको उसको फायरवॉल में डालना है, कैसे डालोगे आप? अपग्रेडेशन आप अपग्रेडेशन आप कर सकते हो. देयर इज अ मल्टीपल वे, बट मैं आप एक यूज केस बोल रहा हूँ. लेट्स सपोज योर फायरवॉल डोंट हैव द इंटरनेट, राइट, और आपको उसको अपग्रेड करना है एंड यू वांट टू, सॉरी आई वांट टू टॉक इन इंग्लिश बिकॉज सम इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स आल्सो हियर. सो I want to upgrade from my PC to my firewall, then how it is possible? I cannot transfer the files. Okay.
Yes.
First, I have to transfer the file from my PC to USB, and USB I'll connect to the firewall, and then it is going to detect it, and from there I can just upgrade that. Simple thing. Okay. So here we have
TFTP server, sir.
TFTP server, you can use that, right? TFTP server is option. We can use that. But again, you have to make the TFTP and all. So USB quite user friendly. Sometimes TFTP is not allowed in the corporate laptop and all. TFTP is the best option to just transfer the file. That can be doable. But sometimes corporate laptop you don't have to allow to TFT and all. So in that case, USB is very user friendly. Some features should be required. Every devices now have the USB port. Whatever device we're going to purchase, Cisco, Juniper, Palo Alto, that all are going to require the USB port. So it's better to have some additional feature. Might be if I need a requirement, ideally not required, but some scenario it is required. So we can do that. You can see here we have this special WAN port. We have this special management port. So now these firewalls having a different new ports, which was not available in the previous one firewall, 90D. Also, why management port is important? We'll discuss about that. Right? Why DMG is important? We'll discuss about that. We have the HA ports, right? You can see here. That was not available on the previous firewall. Previous diagram, let me show you. There is no HA port and management port. You can see any management port, HA port and DMG port. No, nothing is available. But in this firewall, it is available. Why it is important? We'll discuss that. Okay. What else? We have the normal ports, lot of ports. You can see we have the fiber ports. You can see here. And we have the SAP based ports. So these firewalls having a lot of ports, which was not available in this 90G firewall. So you have to make sure, like, you should have to be good knowledge about the different architecture, different data set of the firewall, which I'm going to cover later stage. Even that, let me, if this is not, give me 1 minute. This is not the right slide. Okay, let me figure it out. I have some slides where I can show you. Give me 1 second. So, ebook firewall data sets. Yeah, this is the product matrix. You can see here. Yeah. So let me open in the browser. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so this is the product matrix. So you can, in this product matrix, you can see here. So this FortiGate firewalls, a lot of firewalls are available, a lot of platforms available. So each platform having a different capabilities, different kind of the features. So sometime being a network security engineer, you should also be very knowledgeful. You should be very vocal. You should be very, kind of the product-based knowledge by referring to dataset, which firewall is good for my organization. So you can see we have the 40F, 60F, 70F, 80F, different models we have. we have some 90G firewall also, which I was showing the image. So these firewall are quite the small firewalls. They're having the small throughputs, but once you're going to higher firewalls, right? Latency are quite higher, some are the lower, right? Yeah, so Mawa Kina is asking how to open a firewall. Yeah, definitely I'll cover this. Wait for a while, I'll cover this also. Okay.
Okay,
So
thank you.
yeah, we have to configure different firewall 90Z and 100F, 200F. So these are the higher end firewalls. So they are having the more capabilities. See, we have the 600F, 900G, 2200E series of firewall, even 3400 series of firewall. So a lot of firewall, even 4400. And finally, we have 7121 firewall and some other 40 managers. So these are the firewall. This is the highest end of firewall is this 7121. So a lot of firewall are available. So it's not like I have the money so I can purchase any of the firewall. I have to understand what is my requirement, what is my throughput, which firewall is going to best, what is the cost and everything. Then I can just go and purchase the firewall. Okay. And then we have the 40 manager, centralized management platform. That also we have to understand if I'm going to purchase this 40 manager, how many device can support, how VDOMs is going to be supported. So based on your organization need, you have to select the 40 managers. By the way, 40 managers is centralized tool. If you know the Panorama in the Palo Alto, this is similar kind of the 40 manager. By sitting in the single pane of glass, you can manage each and every firewall which are deployed in a different location. Similarly, you have the 40 analyzers just for the logging and reporting. So you can just see how many logs per day, GBPS logs per day they can store. So you have to refer this also. 40 SIEM also for the authenticator also, different product, 40 switch also, all 40 client also. So every products, whatever the FortiGate have, we have the product matrix. Sometimes you have to refer this product matrix also. Sometimes people ask which firewall you work on the FortiGate. Let's suppose you are going to say, I work on this 60F firewall. So probably they will ask, can you just tell me what is the maximum throughput of those 60F firewalls? So you have some rough idea, right? Like how much GBPS they have. Can you tell how many throughput of the IPsec tunnel is going to be happen? So you should have the idea, right? So if you have data sheet, then only you can tell that. And also they are going to ask how many maximum policy I can create if I'm going to use this for 40G 600F firewall. So you should also have the answer. Also they're going to take, let's suppose I have the SLVPN, right? How many throughput I can gain from there and how many user I can connect at the same time for the this firewall for the SSL connectivity, right? So this also you have to know that how many virtual domain I can create, how many 40 token I can generate maximum, right? How many APs tunnels can be created. So that all you have to know about that. So sometimes it's very important if you go for the interview and you are writing on this work on this particular model of the firewalls, you should quickly refer the product matrix as well. That is going to give the good an idea. Now let's talk. I have the very brand new FortiGate firewall. Let's suppose you purchase one of the firewall from the market and you have to do the day zero configuration. How you're going to do that day zero configuration? What is the step-by-step configuration? So that is the last section for the today class. We are going to cover. I will try to understand how the configuration is going to be happening. Okay. So before I just go and start that, let me so you can see we have the complete administration guide for the FortiGate, right? So everything, whatever I'm going to cover, right, step by step, right, it is going to be available in this book as well. So you guys have to go and refer these books as well. We have the different interfaces. Like we have the physical interface, we have the VLAN interface, we have the aggregated interface, we have the redundancy interface, we have the loopback interface, software switch, hardware switch, zones, virtual wire, 40 extension. So whatever it is going to require for the firewall, we'll try to understand. Not everything, because some are not related to firewall, some are related to some different products. But yes, we should understand each and everything which is available in the FortiGate firewall. Why this interface is required, why only this interface is going to come in the picture if I have such scenario, right? How DNS is going to be configured, how the routing is going to be configured. So each and everything it is available. Some kind of the special notes are also there. So I would strongly recommend when we are going to do step-by-step classes, right? You have to go step-by-step these books as well. Quite long book. You can see 3,488 pages there. So it's not possible you can just go and understand each and every pages, right? In a 2 month of time. But what is important? Let's suppose I'm explaining the interface. So if I'm saying what is zone in the FortiGate firewall. So if you forgot, so you should know this definition is available under the interface, and you can just read the zone is the logical group contain one more physical and virtual interfaces. Grouping interface zone can simplify the firewall policy configuration. Probably I'm assuming by reading this definition, you don't have any idea, right? What does mean of the zone here, right? But trust me, when I'm going to explain in the lab environment, how the multiple group of the interface are going to one single policy and how the grouping is going to happen with the help of zone, then probably you're going to understand this zone understanding. And if you click on the special learning for this zone, so you can say page 222 is available each and everything. So just go on this zone, and in this zone, you can learn each and everything about the configuration example as well. So they have to give the detailed explanation about the zone and how we can have the different kind of the interfaces and can be merged in the one zone. You can see, and based on that, how you can create the policy via the CLI and via the GUI. That also they have like make that here detailed understanding. So this book is going to be very good friend of you, right? And this is going to give the insight of your all firewall configuration, all firewall theoretical concept, whatever I'm going to explain during the classes, because this official book we have. All right. So what next? So the next is, let's suppose again, I have to access the lab. So you guys have the lab access. You just have to access the URLs like what I'm accessing in my browser. Similar URL you are going to get, and just have to put your username and password. Likewise, I'm using the admin. You have to use your own name. And after using this lab, you just have to log in it here. Once you log in, probably we have the lot of labs here. And most important guys, when you log in this lab, once you have the lab access, okay. Once you log in this lab, you always have to select the HTML console, not default console. Okay, this is the most important. So you just have to add this HTML console, XC, right? And then your username and your password and that login. That's it, right? So we have a lot of labs predefined available here. So each and every lab I'm going to explain, and you are going to do that in your lab scenario also. The same labs are going to be available without any configuration, dummy labs. But you have to do all the configuration. Likewise, what I'm going to do here. This is the first thing. Second thing, if you want to build your own lab, I don't think it is going to be required because a lot of flavors of lab is available already. Every scenario is going to be covered. Trust me, all scenario, you can see different topology we have. So all scenario is going to be covered. None of the scenario is going to be left. But if you feel I need to configure my own lab, I have some special requirement, just let me know. I can give the special privilege access. You can configure that also. There's no problem at all. Okay, you can see a lot of already labs are available. So the first lab we are going to do that because we have done the learning how day zero configuration is going to happen for the FortiGate firewall. Let's suppose I have the very brand new FortiGate firewall and I have to configure it via the console. Then how it is going to be configured and what is the step-by-step process is going to be happen here. So because we are in the virtual environment, we don't have the real firewall here. So in virtual environment, we don't have any ports available, the console port, right? So we cannot have the console access. To take the console of the firewall, what do we have to do that? Just simply on the firewall and on the devices. So whatever you want to take the console, just click the double. It will automatically open the console in the browser. So this is how the virtualization has been done. So you don't have to worry. The console is going to be open without any problem. So just click it here. The console is going to be open. Simple. Because we are in the virtual environment. We are not in the physical environment. So we don't have to worry about the console. So now you can see the firewall is getting started. So let them start. Okay. And once this firewall is going to start, you just have to place enter. You can say this is asking for the username. So when you're going to log in the first time this firewall, you have to put the username as a admin. Let me write here, admin. Everything in this small ADMIN. So let me put it here, admin. This is my username when I'm just going to log in first time. So I'm logging as an admin. And what is the password? So there is no password. Again, I'm repeating. What is the password? There is no password. I just have to press enter without any password. So it is asking for the new password. So what is my new password? I can put any number, any name as a new password. So I'm going to put again password as an admin. Sorry. New password. So let me put again admin and confirm password is admin. So now I'm in the firewall. So this is the first step. Now, if I'm going to do first time this firewall configuration, I should have some kind of the documents also. I need to do basic configuration, initial configuration of the firewall. So how can I do that? So already we have the lab guides available, guys. So you don't have to worry about that. Let me open it here. So if I have to build the new firewall in day 0, so you just have to follow this lab guides and the same labs, whatever I'm doing. Similarly, you are going to find the different labs also. These labs guides are going to help you to just do the configuration. So you can see there are some steps written here, some IP schema also, probably the IP schema is a little bit different here. And this lab guide having some different IP schema, that's only different. Rest are going to be same. Okay. But you just have to focus to understand how this is going to have configure. So the first step it is written in your hypervisor manager. You start with the FortiGate VM and access the console window. You may need to access you need to press enter to see the login prompt. We have done the same thing. At the FortiGate VM login prompt, you enter the username as an admin. By default, there is no password. You have to press enter. This is the second step. It is also written here. And then after you want to assign the IP address on the interface, you can just do assignment via the CLI mode, or might be this interface is going to get automatic IP address from the DHCP as well. Both option is available. So let's explore those options. Okay, so we are good here. So by default, when I want to configure the firewall, they have the different ports, right? As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a lot of ports are available. So always, if you don't have any management port available on your FortiGate firewall, it's a low-end firewall. This firewall having the management port, I believe. See, this firewall having the management port, right? But in my case, I don't have the management port. Let me see where it is. Yes, you can see this management port is available. But in my case, I don't have management port. See, if I have the management port, I can directly configure the cable on the management port and that is going to be accessible. But if I don't have any management port, right? So you can always connect your firewall. You can always connect on the firewall on the port 1. And this port having by default DSCP enabled. So whenever you connect any cable, it will try to get IP address from the DSCP server. If DSCP server is available in your environment. If DSCP server is not available in your environment, this will keep trying to get an IP address. So this is a default behavior of the port 1. But let's say suppose you want to make a from the DSCP to static to assign the manual IP address, then you have to do some configuration. So let me show you how it is going to looks like. Okay. So if I'm going on the firewall again, and if I try to do the configuration, so you have to run the command. So system interface, and you just have to put the question mark. You can see these are the different interfaces, and you can see as I mentioned that this interface port 1 having the DSCP IP enabled. So by default, it is trying to get IP address from the DSCP because the DSCP IP is enabled here. Make sense, guys? So right now, I don't have any DSCP in my lab environment. So it is not going to get any IP address. You can see there is no DSCP. It's directly connected to the PC. This is the Windows server. It's acting as a PC. So you just have to go there and you can just assign the IP address. Whatever IP address, you just have to assign 192.168.10.11. So let me assign this PC IP address. So I can simply go on the network. I have to go in the properties and adapter settings, and this Ethernet properties. And this is, sorry, I clicked somewhere wrong. And I can simply go and assign the IP address. This could be the 192.168.10. I believe 11 is there, right? Yeah, 11 is there /24. So I can give no gateways required because these two network are going to the same broadcast domain. So they're in the same LAN segment. So I'm not going to give any gateway. It's not mandatory. Even I give the gateway .10, it is going to work. There is no problem at all. So here I just go and click OK. After clicking OK, my PC or whatever the image I have for this server image, this will get an IP address. Let me show you. So if I go and check the IP config, this having the IP address. So my first use case, this PC or server needs to communicate with the firewall. So this interface also have the IP address. Right now we don't have any IP address. It's keep trying. So even I try to ping my self interface, I can ping that 11. But if I try to ping my firewall interface, we cannot ping that. So if I cannot ping that, I cannot access the firewall from the GUI access. So we have the requirement CLI access we have via the console, but we also have to take care of the GUI access. So this interface is trying to get IP address from the DSCP. So if I go and assign the even IP address on this interface, it will not going to reflect that. So let me show you. If I try to configure the IP address on this interface, how I can configure the IP address. So you have to configure IP address by using this command, config system interface, and you have to edit the port 1 and I put enter. And now I have to set IP address. You have to write the command set IP address 192.168.10.10. Let's suppose this I want to configure /24. So see, this is showing clear error to me. I cannot change IP address of this interface because it's trying to get IP address from the DSCP server. So unless this port having a DSCP IP configuration, I cannot change the IP address. So what I have to do, I just simply end this configuration. I can go again the configuration, right? And sorry, I have to write the config system interface. And again, I go on the edit port 1. Again, I am the edit port 1, but this time I'll set mode. And if I put the question mark, we have the static DSCP and triple PoE. So this interface already in DSCP, so I want to make as a static. So let me put as a static. So the error I was getting earlier, that error is going to be removed. So, and to write the configuration, just have to put the end button. The config is going to automatically saved. Okay. So let me again show you whether this DSCP has been removed or not. So system interface and put the question mark. You can see now this port having the IP, sorry. Sorry. So you can see now this interface port 1 from DSCP to change as a static. Earlier it was a DSCP. So my job has been done. Now I can assign the IP address on this interface. So let's assign the IP address on this interface. So I have to do some configuration. I have to go in the config mode again. Let me see why it's not working. Yeah. So let me go here again. I'll go in the config system interface, enter, edit port 1 again command, and set IP, and I just simply write the IP address, not address required, and 10/24. That's all. and I can just commit it. If I commit it, no, not commit is not required, just you have to put end. Sorry, I keep using the Palo Alto and SD-WAN, so I have the practice. So you just have to put the end. Now you just take again the command. And sorry. See, the IP has been configured here. You can see the IP has been configured. But if I try to ping the IP address, can be pingable or not? That's the another thing. By default, some of the firewall interface not allowed to ping SSH, HTTPS, the interface IP address. So let me see in this case what is happening here. So if I just go and check the detailed configuration of this port, so I'll just write here. Let me put it here again. Interface, I can just put the interface name, the port 1. And you can see right now, by default, it had the ping allowed, HTTPS allowed, SSH allowed, HTTPS allows, FG, FM allows. So these are different services, right? So if I already configured the IP address and ping is allowed, then I go on this PC, right? And try to ping the IP address again. 10 should be pingable now. See, now I'm able to ping. But for some reason, if this ping is blocked, how can I block? Let me show you. So if I want to remove the ping, by default it's allowed. So I have to go in the config system, interface, and I can just edit the port 1 again. And I can just put the set allowance. This time I want to allow the HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH. And I just end it. So now I remove the, see, now ping not available on this particular port. I just specifically bypass the default configuration of the port, and now ping is not available. So how can I access the firewall? So simply I go on the Windows server again, and I try to ping. Ping is not working. Ping stop working. But still I want to access or telnet the firewall. Let me see if I have the telnet software or not. Putty, let me see if I have or not. I will don't have the putty. Yeah, we have. We are lucky here. So we have the putty software here in this PC. So let me do the SSH of this firewall. So I'll simply go 192.168.10.10 and SSH. Telnet is also going to work simply. So I can access the firewall remotely now. Ping is not working because I block it, but even I can do the SSH of the firewall. See, I'm in the firewall, remotely access from the PC, and I can just run all the commands. So system, interface, and I just put the question mark. See, all interface is configured. And I just put the port 1. This configuration is there. So if I want to just configure the again ping here, so what I can do, I can just go in the config, system, interface, edit, port 1, right? And I want to allow the ping. So again, I have to put all command ping, SSH, HTTP, HTTP, sorry, SNMP I don't read. Right, these all 4 command, and I'll just end it here. See, so now my configuration has been done. And if I just put the up arrow, and see, now ping has been enabled. So again, I go and ping it from this PC, the ping is going to work again. So this is how you can allow some management administrative feature on the interface level as well on the file. This is CLI. I'll show you the GUI. It's very easy. I'll show you how it is possible the GUI as well. But the basic foundation is very important, guys. You have to be very understand. Now, 2 things we have done. Make the basic relationship between the firewall and the PC. We take the console of the firewall, right? We understand how the firewall is going to be configured in terms of the DSCP and the static port level configuration. Now we have to do that, how this firewall is going to access via the GUI. So to access the GUI, your interface must have enabled this feature, HTTP or HTTPS. If this feature is not enabled on the interface, you cannot take the GUI because you have to access from the browser. And browser always going to work either HTTP or HTTPS. So anyone know which port is going to be used by the HTTP? Which port?
80.
Very nice. And what is HTTPS?
443.
443. So this is the secure port and this is the non-secure port, right? So always go in the browser. If you go and access any of the website, always going to use the HTTP and HTTPS, anything. So simply I go and type the IP address of the firewall here, 192.168.10.10. It's going to do the HTTP and firewall is going to be accessible. See, this is non-secure and this connection is basically HTTP because it's a non-secure. So as port 80 request is going from this browser, this is non-secure. So you're just trying to log in the firewall. So this is your GUI of the firewall because we have the basic reachability. We allow the administrative services, that is HTTP and HTTPS on the particular port. So we are good here. And now I can simply go and log into the firewall. And the same username and password which I use for the CLI, it is going to be used. So admin is username and the admin are also password. So simply go and log in it and it is going to be logged here. You guys are able to understand the step by step or am I going very fast? Give me the honest feedback. It is understandable to everyone.
Understand for me.
Everyone, Praveen, Tanjil.
Yeah, it's good for me.
Good. Okay. Great. So you can see now we are here and in this section we have to perform some basic things. So when I log into the firewall, it is asking perform the following steps to complete the setup of the FortiGate firewall. You can just set up the host name, dashboard, password change, upgrade firmware. So if you begin this, then these all steps is going to be required. You have to do set up the manual host name and all. If you just skip later, then automatic this step is going to bypass. Default host name is going to be there. So let me start. Let me do the begin process. So it is asking what is the step, what is your firewall? So let me put any name here. I can put here like GuiNet FortiGate Firewall. This could be our host name. I can click OK. This is a new host name. And dashboard setup, you want to optimal comprehensive. So I'll just leave the optimal. So default dashboard is going to be here. If I want to make the comprehensive, like I want to just some feature as per my need. So I don't want that. Password I don't want to change. So I can simply click here OK. And see, I'm in dashboard. So I can log in this dashboard is trying to that. And if I just go here as well, and now if I see, if I enter, my FortiGate hostname has been changed here. Earlier it was the FortiGate VM64 KVM, but when I press the enter, I can have the different hostname as well. So it automatically reflected by the hostname change. So if I just click it here, you can see this has been look like in this way. So we have the different like flavor. It's too short. Let me make a little bit bigger. Right now we are using the virtual PC. Later I'll open in my own browser, so you'll get the very good view. So not today, probably we'll set up some different way, so I can access directly with my browser. So you are going to get very nice view of this particular dashboard. So see, we have a different sections here. So I'm not going to explain each and every section today's class because it's already 1.5 hours. But yes, we are done with the firewall login. And if you go in the dashboard, we have a lot of options. So I'm not going to cover. We'll discuss in the next class. What is the dashboard? What are the different features? But network section where I just configure the interfaces. So if I want to just manipulate some interface setting, all setting I done by the CLI, but let's suppose I want to do some setting by the GUI as well. So it's very easy. On port 1, I want to remove the ping feature, right? I want to remove the IP address. So I can simply go interface. You can say I can just simply double click on it. And the interface is going to be open. And see, if I just simply click ping unchecked, it's very easy, no CLI. I can click ping unchecked. So now my ping has been disabled on the interface. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I want to do that. So now my ping has been blocked. So again, I cannot able to ping the firewalls from this PC. See, the ping has been lost. So it's very easy from the GUI. CLI, you have to go in the command line to do all the things, but GUI, you can simply click on the interfaces and you can click and edit the interface and you can just enable any services. If I want to change the IP address, I want to use that 100 IP address here. So I can just change the IP address. So now my firewall IP has been changed. So I can lose the access of GUI as well. So now this is not going to be accessible because I changed the IP address. So again, I have to go here in the browser, new browser, and have to put the new IP address. This time I have to use 100 instead of 10 because 10 has been changed. So you can see now my firewall is opening with a 100 IP address. And if you see here also, and if I just go here, let me show you. Okay, we lost the access because the 100 session we not required here. So let me use the new session again here. Let's leave in the hung state. Okay, leave it. We'll see from here only. So okay, let me put it here. 192.168.10.100 SSH. So now you just go here and try to put the admin, you are in the firewall again. And so system interface question mark, say your IP has been changed to the 100. So I'm in the GUI, again, I have to put the username admin and password admin. So it's very quick to do the configuration of GUI. So CLI is this basic setup when you have to do the basic configuration and all. But GUI is all your friend going to be stay throughout your journey. You can do everything on the GUI. Even you want to do quick configuration from the CLI, you want to run some command from the CLI. You don't have to take console of the firewall. You have to do. You don't have to do SSH and telnet. You just have to click here. You can see this icon. You see, you just click it here. The CLI console is going to be open directly here. Directly CLI is going to be open. Let me show you. So your FortiGate firewall, whatever you have the console here in the putty, the same console is going to be open here. So it is taking a little bit time, but it's definitely console is going to become here. And you can do all the configuration, whatever you want to do. See, this is again, and you want to run any command here, you can run the command itself. All command is going to work. So system, it's a little bit slow because the VM is not responding correctly. But yes, it is going to work exactly the same thing what you can do in the CLI. Put the question mark and it will going to show all the interface detail. See, same all configuration. So you don't have to go and take the SSH telnet. You just have to click in the single button and you have the access of the firewalls. So I believe we are good for today because just a great startup where we have the basic configuration understanding and we also understand like the how firewall is going to look like in the GUI, but we have to understand each and every feature. So I will explain the complete dashboard in the next class, and then we'll move to the next topic where we just go and do the configuration for the different. Let me show you where we are. So at least we understand the FortiGate dashboard, initial working lab we have done. Then we start doing the configuration of the interface, like what is the layer 2 interface, layer 3 interface, wire interface. We have the single arm interface. We have the zone configuration, virtual wire, right? We have administrative access, we understand. So we do more understanding on it. So we'll do these all things. Any question anyone have? Please ask if you have any question, guys.
So we use this firewall means this is the which firewall means it is a cloud firewall or what?
Yeah, it's a virtual firewall. It's not a hardware firewall. But this virtual firewall having the entire feature, whatever the physical firewall have. But just it's not a physical firewall. It's a virtual firewall. It's a VM. So every company having a two product. Let's suppose you have to deploy in the virtual environment. Then you have the virtual firewall. And you also employ the
Say
company.
it is an enterprise level firewall.
Yes, it's an enterprise firewall, actual firewall. It's an enterprise firewall. Let's suppose you have to deploy the firewall in the cloud. You have the cloud infrastructure. So you cannot deploy the physical firewall there. You have to use a virtual instance there. Same license, same feature, everything is going to work. Just it's going to be virtual firewall, like it's virtual routers, right? We have the virtual router, SD-WAN, we have virtually deploy every controllers. So they have the same license, same feature, or just we have to purchase the licenses, nothing else. Every feature is going to work exactly same.
And how the lab will work for us?
How the lab will work? So
For
lab
us.
I show you right now, the lab working scenario would be the same. Okay. Means you just have the URL, right? You have to put the URL. You have to put your username and password, what I put it earlier. And once you put the username and password, you have the FortiGate lab access. And you are going to access lab from anywhere. Just you need the any kind of the computer, laptop, just where have the browser supportable, right? And once you have this laptop and computer, you can access the firewall, means this lab from the anywhere. So you can just click on the labs and it is going to work. And you can just do the configuration, what I have done right now for the day zero configuration. This configuration also you have to complete.
We can create multiple firewall in this lab.
We have the multiple labs and every lab have the firewalls. You can see every lab have the firewalls. This is the firewall. So different scenario we have to discuss, and different scenario we have different firewalls. You can see this having the Palo Alto firewall. You can replace with this is the FortiGate firewalls. These sites routing firewalls. This having the routing firewall. We have this particular layer 2 multi-VLAN firewalls. So we have the different labs, and all scenario we have the different firewalls. So we have to do the configuration for each and everything. Don't worry, Tejas, don't worry. You're going to get insights. You're going to get familiar. For today lab, you understand how I make the day zero configuration of the firewall? You understand or not?
Yes, 100%.
Yes. So similarly, you're going to understand other labs also based on the topics. When I'm going to explain the concept, you're going to understand, and then you have to do the exactly same thing in the firewalls. So probably I have the different firewalls with a different special lab, but in your scenario, you're going to get a single firewall, and those single firewall have all the feature integrated. So you should know why this feature is configured, why that feature is configured. That's the most important. Clear? Any other question, guys?
विशाल जी, लैब के अलावा कुछ और भी हमें रिक्वायर्ड होगा क्या? आई मीन इंस्टॉल करने के लिए अपने लैपटॉप में।
क्या क्या प्रवीण दोबारा बताओ।
आई मीन हमारे पास लैब है, सिर्फ लैब से हम वो सारी चीजें कर पाएंगे या हम कुछ मुझे कुछ VMware और कुछ अदर
नहीं कुछ नहीं
सॉफ्टवेयर
चाहिए।
इंस्टॉल?
इफ यू वांट टू यूज like this lab, GuiNet lab, right? So you don't require anything, but you have the out of curiosity कि मुझे अपने कंप्यूटर पर लैब बिल्ड करना है, right? So in that case you require some VM, EVNG, images. तो अगर if you need a support, let me know. I can help you out that. But that is a different story. And for these sessions, you don't have to worry about anything. Everything is available, right, on the lab. You just have to do right practice. Nothing more than that.
हाँ, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन और है विशाल जी। जब भी हमारी जैसे ये आज का जो सेशन हुआ, ये कब तक उस पे अपलोड हो सकता है? I mean, क्योंकि मैं आज सुबह जब देख रहा था जो कल हमारा सेशन हुआ था तो मुझे मिला नहीं। आई मीन
अच्छा
शेयर
ठीक
नहीं
है।
हुआ
So
जो कल
the
हमारी
session is
शायद
going to
अगले
be
दिन।
uploaded on the regular basis. This week only we have 3 classes. From next week onward we have the regular classes, right Praveen? So next Monday से हमें minimum 4 classes करेंगे, right? Monday to Friday के बीच में minimum 4 classes हम करेंगे per week. This is standard practice. क्योंकि मैं चाहता हूँ कि you guys also do the practice. So I always prefer 4 classes in a week. Minimum should happen. But we can go for the 5 as well, based on the requirement. और वो सारे सेशन आज के बाद स्टेप बाय स्टेप आपको पोर्टल पे अपलोड होते जाएगा. यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग each and every details. So don't worry for that. And I know there is some kind of a delay and confusion, but everything is going to be sorted. It is going to be on track from now onward. ठीक है प्रवीण?
ओके जी, ओके।
Okay. Or anyone have any questions?
विशाल जी, जस्ट वन मोर थिंग, क्या हमारा कोई व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप होगा क्या इस पे, जिसपे हमें लेटेस्ट अपडेट मिलता है? लेट्स से इधर क्लास है और नहीं है?
Yes, yes. WhatsApp group also we can create. थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए आप, we can create that also. ठीक है, एक बार फुल फ्लैश हम आने लाएंगे, then we can do that. Okay.
हेलो सर।
Yes.
सर मैं आसिम आसिम बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ
सर ये
यार,
जो एक्चुअली मेरा दो लास्ट वाला सब छूटा हुआ है, आज भी मिसिंग हो गया था। तो ये लैब का जो ये लैब जिस पे कर रहे हैं, ये इंस्टॉल कैसे करना है?
ये लैब आपको इंस्टॉल नहीं करना। दिस लैब इज गोइंग टू बी एक्सेस फ्रॉम द ब्राउजर। जैसे ये आपका लिंक है ना, जैसे मैं खोला हूं
ये
इंटरनेट
सर।
ब्राउजर में, तो आपको
ओके
सिंपली जाकर ब्राउजर में डालना है, लिंक खुल जाएगा और आपको एक यूजर नेम एंड पासवर्ड मिलेगा, और आपको यूजर
ओके
नेम पासवर्ड डालना है, लैब एक्सेसिबल हो जाएगा आपको। ठीक है, बस यहाँ यूजर
ओके।
नेम डालते ही बस इंटरनेट आपको चाहिए और कुछ नहीं चाहिए आपको।
सर टोटल लेक्चर कितने हो गए हैं
अभी तो
एक्चुअली?
स्टार्ट हुआ है, अभी तो स्टार्ट ही हुआ है। जस्ट मान के चलो कि जस्ट वी आर डिस्कसिंग टुडे एक्चुअल FortiGate। अभी तक तो हमारा बेसिक इंट्रो चल रहा था जो मंडे को हुआ था, बट
ओके
आज हमने एक्चुअल जो FortiGate का जो बेसिक फंडामेंटल होता है वो हम डिस्कस किया है। ठीक है।
ओके।
विशाल जी, मेरा एक कंसर्न है। जो 3 क्लासेस इस वीक में होंगे वो 7 o'clock होंगी, नेक्स्ट जो भी क्लास होगी वो 8 o'clock
टाइम
होंगी।
इज फिक्स 7 o'clock ओनली। टाइम इज फिक्स। टाइम इज
So
नॉट गोइंग
this
टू चेंज।
time doesn't suit me because I before the join the course I have taken asked that 8 o'clock is suitable for me. So this is very challenging for me being in at a 7 o'clock because I will be in the travel that time from the office.
7 o'clock में दिक्कत आ रही है आपको?
हाँ जी।
अच्छा।